There is a doorway that opens only when you are still. It waits in the quiet moments before sleep, when the body loosens and the mind softens its grip. That is where healing begins, not in struggle or effort, but in surrender. Tonight, that doorway will open for you. You have spent your days trying to hold everything together, smiling when you are tired, nodding when you want to cry, carrying old stories in your shoulders, old guilt in your stomach, old fear in your breath. You tell yourself, tomorrow I'll rest. But tomorrow never comes until now. What if you could fall asleep and let your body do what it has always known how to do, heal? What if every cell could remember peace while you sleep? What if the night became your medicine, not your escape? This is not a dream. It is your natural state once you stop fighting yourself. You were not meant to drag the weight of yesterday into every new day. The body repairs itself most easily when the mind stops rehearsing pain. Tonight we will give your body permission to rest and your mind permission to stop fixing. You do not need to earn healing, you need only allow it. Close your eyes and imagine a version of yourself who wakes without tightness or worry. Morning light touches your face, and instead of bracing for the day, you breathe easily. That is the dream outcome of this practice, to awaken, healed, calm, and at peace with your own life. Now imagine the opposite, tossing through another sleepless night, waking heavy, heart racing, already behind, repeating old thoughts that cut like thorns. Something's wrong with me, I can't rest, I'll never be okay. That is the nightmare of ignoring what your body has been whispering for years. Every night you go to bed without releasing the day, tension becomes a thief. It steals rest from your bones and joy from your mornings. The body cannot heal in the same environment where it was hurt. You must give it silence, softness, safety, and that begins now. You might think, but I've tried. I've meditated, I've journaled, I've listened to every sleep track online, yet the mind that tries to fix itself cannot relax. True rest begins not in effort, but in trust. You have not failed at healing, you have simply not yet felt safe enough to let go. Look at those who have found peace through repetition, women who whispered, "I am safe," every night until their bodies finally believed it. They didn't change through willpower, they changed through gentleness. What worked for them can work for you, because your body responds to love the same way. Consider the cost of not resting: another week of fatigue, another flare of pain, another argument born from exhaustion. Every day you ignore your body's request for ease. You delay the miracle it is ready to create. Healing doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for presence. But healing is not hard, it is natural. Watch how easily a wound closes when left in peace. The same life that heals your skin can heal your heart. You do not have to control it. You only have to stop interrupting it with self-judgment. Ease is the medicine you have been resisting. Let tonight be the night you stop rehearsing your pain. You have worked enough, worried enough, apologized enough. The world will not collapse if you rest. In fact, it will rearrange itself around your new peace. Sleep is not escape, it is return to balance. When you sleep in self-love, life treats you differently. Your mornings glow. People respond to your calmness. Your children sense safety in your eyes. Even your dreams change, turning from chaos to clarity. That is the new status of a healed soul. Peace that influences everything it touches. Think of your timeline. In the past, nights meant overthinking and guilt. In the present, you are choosing release. And in the future, if you continue to fall asleep to words of love, you will wake renewed, your life reflecting the peace within. This is not fantasy, it is biology guided by thought. Now place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I am safe to rest." Feel the rhythm of your own life beneath your palm. This is proof that healing already lives in you. Each breath you take is a message to your cells that peace is now allowed. Forgive yourself for the nights you fought your own rest. You did not know another way. You were taught that strength meant doing, not allowing. But the truth is, healing enters only when you stop demanding proof and start trusting love. Listen closely. Your body is not your enemy. It is your ally, your lifelong friend. It wants to serve you, not punish you. Tonight, let it return to its divine wisdom. It knows how to restore, repair, and renew if you let it. This is your invitation, to fall asleep as someone who no longer needs to struggle. To drift into softness knowing that everything unresolved will be handled by love itself. To surrender control, not from weakness, but from faith. Life loves you. Every night it tries to heal you, even when you resist. When you finally stop fighting, you will feel that love as warmth in your chest, as stillness in your thoughts, as ease in your breath. Healing is not coming, it has been waiting for your permission. So as you listen tonight, release every thought that says, I have to fix this. Replace it with, I allow life to love me. Repeat until the words feel true. And when you wake, you will know that peace is not something you chase, it is something you remember. Let this be the last night you fall asleep burdened. Close your eyes knowing that your body is wise, your mind can rest, and your heart is already healing. The world will look softer in the morning because you will finally see it through love's eyes. Fall asleep to this every night, and you will wake up healed. The mind and body are not strangers to each other. They are companions in constant conversation. Every thought you think, every word you whisper inwardly becomes a message carried through your nerves, your heartbeat, your breath. The body listens always. And rest begins not when the body grows weary, but when the mind stops commanding and starts allowing. You may not realize how long you have been asking your body to obey without pause. Keep going, you say. Be strong, push through. But the body is not a machine, it is a garden. It blooms through rhythm, not demand. It cannot flower in the soil of exhaustion. When the mind speaks softly, the body exhales in relief, saying, finally, you remember. Exhaustion does not come from work alone. It comes from the invisible weight of trying to earn peace. The world has taught you that rest must be deserved, that you must prove your worth through effort, service, perfection. But peace is not a prize, it is a birthright. You cannot earn what you already are. Many people believe rest means doing nothing, when in truth it means allowing everything. When the mind releases its grasp, the natural intelligence of life takes over. The same rhythm that draws the tide and spins the planets also turns your breath into restoration. You need not supervise it, you only need to stop interrupting it with worry. The nervous system cannot relax under command. You cannot shout yourself into peace. The more you demand calm, the further it drifts. Peace responds to gentleness. It enters quietly, like dusk, never with noise, always with invitation. To rest, you must speak to yourself in the language of comfort, not control. Tell yourself now, I release the day, not as an escape, but as an offering. The day has done what it could. Let it go back to life's keeping. Each time you release the day, you make space for night to serve you, not as darkness, but as balm. You cannot heal what you keep clinging to. Stillness frightens many because it feels like unfamiliar ground. They have lived so long in tension that quiet seems suspicious. But stillness is not empty. It is full of wisdom, waiting to be heard. The body does its finest work in these moments of quiet. It repairs, balances, resets, as long as the mind steps aside and says, go ahead, my friend, I trust you. Think of life as a great symphony. The pauses between notes give meaning to the music. In the same way, rest gives shape to your days. Without rest, effort turns into noise. When you honor stillness, your actions regain harmony. The night is the universe's pause, its way of saying, now breathe. You may have been taught that to rest is lazy, but laziness is not the same as surrender. Rest is deep participation in life's rhythm. It is faith made visible. The earth rests, the moon rests, even the ocean rests in its own pulse. To rest is to trust the wisdom that governs all things, the wisdom that holds you even now. The body is always ready to heal when you are willing to let it. You do not need to fight for sleep. You need only prepare the space for peace to enter. Begin by noticing your breath, its gentle rise and fall. Let each exhale be a small release, a quiet agreement that the day is complete. Imagine now that each thought you have carried, every worry, every regret becomes a leaf. See those leaves resting on a slow, quiet stream. Watch them drift away one by one, carried by something larger than yourself. You do not need to chase them. The current knows the way. Soon the surface clears and only calm remains. You may hear the mind protest, but what about tomorrow? Let tomorrow care for itself. The same intelligence that arranges the stars can arrange your plans. You are not abandoning life, you are returning it to order. In your stillness, life reorganizes itself beautifully. As you lie in bed, remind yourself that the night is not an absence of activity, but the presence of divine care. Life does not stop when you close your eyes. It begins its deeper work. Every cell, every heartbeat continues in perfect rhythm. The universe hums through you, repairing, balancing, blessing. Say softly, it is safe to rest. I have done enough for today. Let the words sink into you like warm water. Repeat them until they feel like truth. The shoulders ease, the breath slows, the mind begins to quiet, the body hears and believes. You do not need to understand how healing happens, you only need to make space for it. Life knows. Your body knows. Trust that wisdom. When you release the urge to manage, you return to harmony, and in harmony, all things heal. The mind will try to interrupt again. It always does. It will whisper, did I forget something? Should I have done more? Smile at it as you would a child restless before bed. Say, we can think tomorrow. Tonight we rest. The child will learn safety from your calm, and so will your thoughts. The gift of night is renewal. The day has asked enough of you. Now it is your turn to receive. You are not abandoning responsibility by resting. You are refilling the vessel from which your goodness flows. Even love, to stay true, must rest. Let the rhythm of your breath guide you deeper into peace. Inhale faith, exhale control. Inhale trust, exhale effort. Each cycle softens the edges of the day. You begin to notice that peace is not something to create, but something that has been waiting patiently behind your thoughts. As you surrender to stillness, imagine a soft light above you, gentle, golden, tender as moonlight. It flows down through your crown, through your shoulders, through your heart. It whispers to every cell, you are safe now. The light moves slowly, lovingly, until your entire body glows with quiet ease. You have done enough. You have given enough. The world does not need you to hold it together tonight. Life itself holds you now. Let your last thought before sleep be kindness toward yourself. The night knows how to heal what the day has tired. When you wake, it will not be because you tried to rest. It will be because you remembered how to trust. Sleep, my dear, is trust in action. And trust, when practiced nightly, becomes the foundation of peace that heals you even while you dream. Repeat once more, with tenderness, "It is safe to rest. I have done enough for today." Let the words settle like a lullaby. Let them wrap you in peace. The mind softens, the body opens, and you fall into the embrace of the universe itself, where love keeps watch and healing begins in silence. The body is not a burden to be managed. It is a friend that has walked with you through every season of your life. Every scar, every breath, every flutter of your pulse is proof of its loyalty. It has carried you faithfully even on the days you forgot to thank it. And tonight, it longs for one simple gift, your permission to rest. The body is a living instrument of intelligence. Each cell knows its purpose. Each organ works in harmony with the others, guided by a wisdom far older than thought. You do not tell your heart to beat or your lungs to breathe, yet they do. This is love in motion. The same life that flows through oceans and stars flows through you this very moment. When we fight the body, we create tension. When we listen, we create peace. The body never betrays, it communicates. Every ache, every sigh, every wave of fatigue is the body's way of saying, slow down. I need your kindness now. If you can learn to listen without judgment, the body will always tell you exactly what it needs to heal. Fatigue is not failure. It is the body's request for softness. When you feel tired, you are not falling behind. You are being invited to return home to yourself. The body does not speak in words. It speaks in feelings. And tonight it is whispering, let me repair what worry has worn down. Let me serve you in peace. For years, many of us have treated our bodies like workers under constant supervision. We criticize their shapes, scold their symptoms, and ignore their cries for rest. Yet even so, the body continues to protect us, to carry us, to hope for our forgiveness. It is time to give it what it has always given us, unconditional love. When I first began my own journey of healing, I realized that my body had been listening to every thought I ever had. Each unkind belief had etched itself into muscle and bone, like memories turned physical. I saw that healing could not come through fear or punishment. It had to come through gentleness, through gratitude, through love. Every cell responds to the words you speak. When you say, I am tired of you, the body contracts. When you say, I am grateful for you, it expands. The chemistry of love is the same in every language. Appreciation releases hormones of healing. Criticism releases chemicals of stress. You do not need to be a scientist to witness this truth, only awake enough to feel it. The body is not separate from spirit. It is the spirit made visible. It is the bridge between thought and matter. When you honor your body, you honor the life that created it. You become a participant in your own healing rather than a bystander waiting for rescue. Each night while you sleep, the body performs miracles unnoticed. Cells renew, wounds close, and the heart recalibrates its rhythm. Hormones dance in perfect harmony, restoring balance. This is the sacred work of night, not idleness, but creation. You do not have to manage it, you only have to trust it. As you lie here, feel your breath. Notice how it moves in and out without effort. It is the rhythm of life itself. With each inhale, you invite light. With each exhale, you release what no longer serves you. This is not imagination. It is physiology guided by love. Breath is the body's first and oldest prayer. Imagine now that each breath becomes a wave of golden light. It begins at the crown of your head and flows down slowly, washing through you. It moves through the forehead, softening thought. It passes through the throat, releasing old words never spoken. It flows down into the chest, clearing the heart of stored sorrow. Let that golden wave move through your arms and hands, washing away fatigue. Let it descend through your abdomen, comforting every organ that has worked faithfully for you. Let it pour through your hips, your legs, your feet, those faithful travelers who carried you through every mile of your days. You do not need to do anything for this light to work. It is guided by the same intelligence that grows trees and heals wounds. It knows exactly where to go. All you must do is say yes. The body heals when permission replaces pressure. Now, silently begin to thank each part of yourself. Start with the feet that bore the weight of your day. Whisper, "Thank you for holding me steady." Move upward to the legs that carried you through moments of challenge and triumph. Thank you for your strength. Place your attention on your stomach, that faithful center that digests both food and emotion. Thank you for your endurance. I release all tension here. Feel how it responds, a quiet sigh, a loosening, a gentle warmth. This is the body receiving your love. Continue upward to your chest. Thank you, heart, for beating through every joy and sorrow, for never giving up on me. Imagine your heart smiling as it hears those words. Gratitude is oxygen to the heart. It thrives on it. Move to your shoulders and whisper, "I release the burdens I have carried. I do not need to hold everything anymore." Then to your neck, I allow flexibility in thought and speech. To your face, I relax the masks I have worn. Finally, rest at the crown of your head and say, "I am connected to life and life supports me." You may notice tingling, warmth, or simply quiet. These are signs that energy is moving. The body responds instantly to loving awareness. It has been waiting for this acknowledgement, for this friendship. When you criticize yourself, the body tightens in self-defense. When you praise yourself, it opens in cooperation. Healing cannot enter a battlefield, but it thrives in peace. The quickest way to heal is to love the body exactly as it is, without postponing compassion until perfection. I have met people who healed faster when they began blessing their bodies instead of fighting them. Their pain did not vanish overnight, but something changed within a trust, a partnership. The body began to work with them rather than for them. That shift is where all true healing begins. Your body is a cathedral, not a prison. Within it, divine intelligence performs miracles every moment. Even now, while you rest, your immune system patrols gently, your cells exchange light, your organs sing in quiet cooperation. What a wonder you are when you stop arguing with yourself. Some have asked me, "But Louise, what if my body is sick?" And I say sickness is not punishment, it is communication. The body speaks through imbalance to guide you back toward harmony. Its messages are never cruel. They are invitations. Please slow down. Please forgive. Please love me again. Even pain is not your enemy. It is a messenger, a light flashing to draw your attention to where love is needed most. When you send kindness to that place, when you breathe and bless it, it begins to soften. Pain is love, knocking to be let in. Your thoughts are medicine. Tonight we prescribe love. No side effects, no dosage to measure, only a steady rhythm of kindness. Speak to your body as you would to a dear friend recovering from hardship. Tell it you did beautifully today, you can rest now, feel how it responds with peace, with gratitude, with trust. When you lie in bed, let go of the idea that healing must be dramatic. The truest healing is quiet. It happens in whispers, in deep rest, in soft breath, in the absence of self-criticism. The night will take what is heavy and return it as strength by morning. If the body has been your battlefield, let tonight be the truce. You no longer need to conquer it or correct it. You need only to love it into wholeness. As you relax, the mind slows and life's rhythm takes over. The divine physician within begins its perfect work. The more you love your body, the more it trusts you. The more it trusts you, the more it heals. This is the law of kindness. Healing is not control, it is cooperation. Every breath you take in awareness says to your body, I am here with you. And the body, relieved, answers, then I can rest. If your body trembles with tension, let it. Trembling is release. The body is unwinding years of vigilance. You do not have to interfere, simply breathe and watch. Life knows how to restore balance when you stop resisting the process. Remember this truth. The same force that healed every wound you've ever had still lives within you. It has never left. You may have doubted it, ignored it, even feared it, but it has waited patiently for your return. Tonight, you come home to it. Let the night be your sanctuary. Let each breath be prayer. Let your body become what it was always meant to be, a vessel of love, a bridge between heaven and earth. Every heartbeat is life's way of saying, I still believe in you. Before sleep, whisper, my body is my friend. It knows how to heal me when I allow it. Repeat until you feel warmth in your chest. You are rewriting the conversation between mind and body, one gentle word at a time. As you drift toward rest, trust that every system within you is aligning with health. Trust that every cell remembers harmony. Trust that life, in its infinite wisdom, is doing for you what you cannot do through will. Healing is not something you achieve, it is something you remember. The body, now heard and loved, begins its holy work. Muscles release, the heartbeat steadies, the breath deepens. Energy, once trapped in worry, flows freely again. This is how the body says, thank you. Let gratitude be your final act of the day. Whisper softly, I thank you, body, for staying with me, for trying even when I forgot to listen. Tonight, I honor you. These words are keys that unlock peace in every cell. As sleep approaches, the mind grows still. The body hums a low, loving rhythm, a lullaby older than memory. You are safe in its wisdom. You are whole in its care. Let go now, knowing that your body is not a mystery to be solved, but a miracle to be trusted. Rest in the awareness that life loves you through your body. Every breath is proof, every beat is faith. Every beat, healing is happening, not someday, but now silently, naturally, beautifully, as you drift into the arms of peace. True rest begins the moment you stop trying to make it happen. You cannot force yourself to sleep, just as you cannot order a flower to bloom. Both open only in the presence of trust. The mind must first learn to bow to life's greater rhythm. Rest is not earned through control, but received through surrender. You have spent years training your mind to strive, to solve, to plan, to guard against the unknown. It believes that safety lies in vigilance, that peace can be found only through management. But the mind cannot create peace by force, for peace is not a product, it is a state that appears when resistance ends. The night invites you to surrender that resistance. All day long, your thoughts have been racing ahead, carrying you from one concern to the next. But you are not your thoughts. You are the stillness that watches them pass. You are the sky. The thoughts are merely clouds. And tonight, the sky will remember its own vastness. Many lie awake at night, rehearsing pain, conversations that have ended, mistakes that cannot be undone, fears that have not yet arrived. They call it thinking, but it is only worrying in disguise. Worry is the mind's way of saying, I do not trust life to care for me. Yet life has cared for you every day, even when you doubted it. Worry is faith turned inside out. It uses the same energy as prayer, but directs it toward fear. To reclaim that energy, you need only redirect it. Instead of saying, "What if everything goes wrong?" whisper, "What if life surprises me with kindness?" This single shift opens the door to rest. The mind fears surrender because it confuses letting go with giving up. But surrender is not defeat, it is alignment. It is the humble recognition that the same intelligence that moves the stars can move your life more gracefully than worry ever could. As you prepare for sleep, imagine every thought as a small object in your hands, a worry, a plan, a regret. See yourself lifting your hands and offering them to a soft, radiant light above your bed. This light is love itself. Whisper, "I give this to love." One by one, release every thought until your hands are empty. In that emptiness, peace enters. For peace is not something you find, it is what remains when you stop holding everything else. Let the mind rest in this stillness. It may twitch at first, uncomfortable with quiet, but soon it will remember that silence is its true home. You are not abandoning responsibility by releasing thought. You are simply trusting divine order to work through you. The same wisdom that orchestrates the seasons, that paints sunsets and renews oceans, knows exactly what to do with your life. When you stop interrupting it with fear, it begins its perfect work. There is a beauty in the moment when thought slows, and the heart begins to hum its natural rhythm again. That hum is the language of life moving through you. You do not need to add anything to it. You only need to listen. Every heartbeat is a reminder that you are supported without effort. Let your mind rest like a child falling asleep in loving arms. The child does not question if it is safe. It simply closes its eyes and trusts. Let your mind do the same. It has worked tirelessly for you all day. Now it deserves to rest in faith. If old worries rise again, do not chase them. Thoughts like waves, crest and fall. The more you fight them, the higher they rise. The more you watch them, the sooner they pass. Be the calm beneath the wave, the silence beneath the sound. The wave is temporary, the ocean is eternal. Every night offers a new chance to remember your natural serenity. Even if the mind has shouted all day, it can whisper itself to sleep through repetition of loving words. Say softly, "I am safe, I am loved, I allow life to guide me." Speak until the words replace the noise. The mind learns safety through tone, not argument. When you speak gently, the mind begins to believe you. You cannot reason your way into peace. You must feel your way there. Each gentle word is a bridge from fear to trust. Cross it slowly, and you will find yourself in quiet. I have known people who spent years battling insomnia, fighting their thoughts as though they were enemies. Yet healing came only when they stopped battling and began blessing their minds. The moment they said, "Thank you, mind, for trying to protect me. You can rest now. Their nights changed forever. Your mind does not wish you harm. It only tries too hard." It loves through control because that is what it learned. Tonight, you teach it a new way to love through faith. You remind it that it can rest because life continues even when it stops worrying. Imagine now that your thoughts are birds returning to their nests at dusk. They have flown all day in every direction, gathering experiences and emotions. Now they come home. Watch them settle one by one into branches of stillness. No need to chase them. They know the way. The silence that follows is not emptiness, it is renewal. In silence, the mind aligns with the intelligence that governs every heartbeat. This is not the silence of absence, but the silence of presence, the still point where creation begins anew. You may feel the space around you grow softer, as though the air itself has turned into a gentle fabric. That is peace wrapping itself around you. It has waited all day to reach you, and now it finds you still enough to enter. As you rest here, feel how each thought becomes lighter, quieter. The chatter fades like footsteps receding down a hallway. The house of your mind grows spacious again. In this space, the soul can breathe freely. Say quietly, I no longer fix, I allow. These words are the key that unlocks sleep. The mind, finally released from duty, sighs in relief. It realizes that life does not depend on its constant vigilance. The stars do not need your supervision to shine, and neither does your tomorrow. Trust that what must be done will be done. Trust that you will wake knowing what to do, guided by something greater than thought. Trust that love, not effort, sustains you. This is the foundation of rest. As you sink deeper, notice how the heart begins to take the lead. The heartbeat becomes the metronome of peace. The mind bows to it, letting the body's rhythm set the pace. This is the sacred exchange between thought and spirit, the return to harmony. The mind may still murmur, testing your faith. If it does, smile inwardly and say, I hear you, but I choose peace. Do not fight the noise, love it into quiet. Every protest of the mind is simply fear wanting reassurance. Offer it love instead of resistance. Feel how the edges of your awareness blur, how the room seems to fade into softness. This is surrender. You are not disappearing. You are expanding beyond the boundaries of worry. The self that thought it had to control everything dissolves into the self that knows everything, is already cared for. There is immense strength in this yielding. To surrender is to join the rhythm of the universe. It is to say, I trust the wisdom that breathes me. When you trust, the universe can finally work unimpeded through you. You may not know what dreams will come tonight, but know this, each dream will serve your healing. The subconscious mind, guided by love, will sort what the conscious mind could not. It will wash the dust of worry from the soul and return you cleansed to morning. Let gratitude rise now, not forced, but natural. Thank your mind for its service, for trying so hard to protect you. Tell it gently, you can rest now, I am safe. Those words are the lullaby the mind has always longed to hear. The world outside may continue to spin, but within you stillness reigns. You are aligned with life's deepest current, the one that moves the tides, that opens flowers, that renews everything it touches. That current is carrying you now into sleep. Repeat one final time. I no longer fix, I allow. I trust life to hold me as I rest. Feel how truth settles in your bones. The body eases, the heart glows softly. And know, the mind at last releases its grip. This is surrender, not loss, but liberation. You have returned authority to love itself. You are held, supported, cherished. The universe hums its lullaby around you, and peace, ancient and infinite, enfolds you completely. Let go now, beloved. There is nothing left to do. The night is awake for you. Sleep deeply, knowing that in surrender you have found your greatest strength, the strength of trust. And by morning, life will greet you healed, for love has done its quiet work while you rested in faith. The night is not merely darkness. It is the soft classroom of the soul. When the world grows quiet and the demands fade, life begins to whisper its truths again. The day is for doing, but the night is for knowing. In its stillness, we learn what cannot be taught in noise, that peace was never outside of us. It was simply waiting for quiet. Each night, your soul reviews the day, not to judge, but to integrate. The lessons of joy and the lessons of pain are gathered and folded into wisdom. Nothing is wasted. Even what felt heavy becomes medicine under the gentle light of reflection. The subconscious listens most closely in these hours. What you tell it now becomes tomorrow's reality. Most people do not realize how powerful their thoughts before sleep truly are. The mind drifts between worlds, no longer awake, not yet dreaming, and in that twilight, every word becomes a seed. Fear planted before bed blooms as restlessness. Love planted blooms as healing. Tonight, we will plant love. Before you drift further, remember that every thought of peace you think now is shaping the chemistry of morning. You are writing tomorrow's energy. If you fall asleep repeating words of safety and trust, you awaken with a heart already open to life. This is not imagination. It is the law of the mind made visible. So begin now to speak softly to yourself. Say, I am safe. Life supports me. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Let those words move through you like a lullaby. The cells of your body, so faithful all day, now listen with gratitude. They respond instantly to tenderness. They know that kindness is the language of healing. As you whisper these affirmations, feel their warmth spreading. Your body begins to believe, and belief becomes biology. Muscles unclench, breath deepens, the nervous system hums the quiet melody of rest. Every time you speak kindly to yourself, the body answers, yes, this is what I needed. The night does not judge the past, it simply invites release. It asks nothing but your willingness to let go. Think of the sky after sunset, how it receives both the fading light and the gathering stars without conflict. In the same way, your heart can hold both what went well and what did not, and still be at peace. Each evening is an opportunity for forgiveness. Forgiveness of others, forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of the day for not being perfect. Forgiveness is how we wash the dust from the soul before sleep. Without it, we carry yesterday into tomorrow and call it fatigue. You might say, but I am still hurt, or they do not deserve my forgiveness. I understand. But forgiveness is not for them, it is for you. It frees the heart to beat without armor. It does not excuse behavior, it releases bondage. The one who forgives returns to innocence, to breath, to rest. Take a moment now to think of anyone or anything that troubles you. Imagine placing that image into a soft golden bowl beside your bed. Whisper, I release you to love. You have carried this weight long enough. Tonight, it is not yours to hold. Let life's larger mercy handle what your mind cannot. Notice the space that follows release. It feels like fresh air after rain. Into that space, peace flows naturally. The heart, no longer clenched, opens like a flower in moonlight. The petals of calm unfold quietly, without effort. This is the night's lesson, that letting go is not loss but liberation. As forgiveness deepens, dreams begin to change. The restless mind no longer spins its webs of fear. Instead, it weaves new stories of freedom. You may find your dreams filled with light, or faces you once feared now smiling at you. The subconscious, healed, becomes an artist of harmony. Picture yourself lying in a vast field beneath the stars. The grass is soft, the air gentle. Each star above you is a thought of peace, shining from the mind of life itself. You are surrounded by constellations of kindness. The entire universe is watching over you, not as judge, but as guardian. The stars do not demand, they simply shine. Let them remind you that you too can rest in being without striving to prove your worth. You are part of that same light. Each breath you take connects you to the quiet pulse of creation. Even as you rest, you are participating in the rhythm of eternity. Many fear the night because it mirrors the unknown. Yet the unknown is not to be feared. It is the cradle of miracles. Every healing, every renewal begins in darkness. Seeds sprout underground. Babies grow in the unseen womb. Night is the fertile ground where new life begins. The day can be harsh with its expectations, but the night expects nothing. It welcomes you exactly as you are. You do not need to perform, to smile, to explain. You need only to be. This is the gift the night offers, unconditional acceptance. When you feel this, the heart rests at last. As you rest, know that every part of you is being taught by the silence. The mind learns patience, the body learns trust, and the soul remembers its origin. You are not being emptied, you are being filled with peace. Every breath draws in wisdom that daylight's noise could not deliver. There is a reason that the quiet of night feels sacred. It is the hour when the veil between the conscious and the divine grows thin. Answers that eluded you during the day will often whisper here, not in words, but in feelings, a nudge, a calm certainty, a sense that all is unfolding exactly as it should. If you listen closely, you may hear life saying, "Rest, child. I have you." That voice is not outside, it is within. It is the echo of your own higher self, the part of you that never forgets love's presence. You are never alone, even in darkness. Love keeps vigil when you cannot. Let gratitude join you now. Thank the night for teaching you without words. Thank your breath for keeping rhythm when your mind wanders. Thank your heart for its faithfulness. Gratitude is the final prayer before sleep, and it opens every door to healing. If tears come, let them. They are the water that clears old pain. The body never cries for weakness, only for release. Tears cleanse the soul the way rain cleanses the earth, quietly, naturally, beautifully. The night welcomes your tears as holy water. When the mind grows still and the heart softens, you will feel the presence of life within you. It moves gently like a tide washing over shore. It cleanses, restores, renews. This is the sacred exchange between you and existence, your surrender for its care. The night is not a punishment for the day, it is its completion. Just as exhaling completes inhaling, rest completes effort. One cannot exist without the other. When you accept both, you live in harmony with creation. The night does not erase the day, it transforms it. The mistakes you made become lessons, the sorrows become wisdom, the joys become gratitude. This alchemy happens without effort. Life knows how to turn experience into understanding, just as it turns darkness into dawn. Say now, softly, I rest in love's keeping. All is well within me and around me. These words seal the lessons of the day with grace. Repeat them as often as you need until the mind begins to hum them back to you like a gentle echo. As you breathe, feel how the air around you grows thicker with calm, like warm honey. You are being wrapped in a blanket of safety woven by your own trust. The air, the room, even the night itself becomes part of your healing. If stray thoughts return, let them drift as clouds across your sky. You need not chase them. Even thoughts deserve rest. Bless them and let them go. Every release brings you closer to the truth of peace. Now let your attention fall to your heart once more. It beats quietly, faithfully, even as you sleep. Whisper to it, "Thank you for keeping time with life." This gratitude deepens the rhythm of healing. The heart understands the language of appreciation better than any medicine. The night is your teacher, and its lesson is simple. You are safe, you are guided, you are loved beyond measure. Life is working even now to restore what you thought was lost. As you drift towards sleep, imagine that every star above you carries a blessing, one for the body, one for the mind, one for the soul. They fall gently like soft rain, dissolving into your skin, your thoughts, your dreams. You are being anointed by peace itself. You are not sleeping alone. the entire universe sleeps with you. The earth turns, the moon watches, the tide moves. You are held in a vast rhythm that has never failed. Trust it. You are part of that eternal heartbeat. Before your consciousness slips fully into dreaming, whisper once more, I rest in love's keeping. All is well within me and around me. Let these words be the bridge between waking and sleep. The subconscious will carry them into your dreams, planting gardens of healing that will blossom by morning. Sleep now, not as escape, but as return. The night is your friend, your healer, your quiet guide. You are safe within its embrace. And when dawn comes, you will rise lighter, clearer, renewed, not because you changed, but because you remembered that peace has always lived within you. Morning is the universe's daily proof of forgiveness. No matter how heavy the night before, the sun always returns. It does not ask if you were kind yesterday or whether you think you deserve another chance. It simply rises. So too does life, meeting you with the same quiet mercy, a soft invitation to begin again. When you wake after peaceful sleep, you are already healed more than you realize. The night has been at work on your behalf. While you rested, life reordered your thoughts, your cells, your emotions. What you could not solve through worry was gently handled by love's intelligence. You open your eyes as one newly arranged, though you may not yet know it. Take a slow, conscious breath. Feel the cool air entering, the warm air leaving. That rhythm is proof of partnership between you and life. You are not doing this alone, you never were. Each breath is an agreement life sustains you, and you allow it. Gratitude begins here, in the simplest act of breathing. Healing that begins in the night, continues in the morning. The rest that restored your body now refreshes your mind. Thoughts that once felt tangled find their order. Emotions that felt sharp soften into understanding. Even your heartbeat feels more forgiving. You are not the same person who closed her eyes. You are the version of you that believes in peace a little more deeply. Before you rise fully, pause. Do not rush to meet the day with old habits of urgency. The world can wait a moment while you greet yourself with love. Place a hand over your heart and whisper, I am grateful for this new day. I am healed by the peace I allowed. Feel how those words awaken warmth inside you. Gratitude completes the healing cycle. The morning after deep rest holds a unique kind of silence. It is not the absence of sound, but the presence of clarity. It feels like standing in clean air after a storm. You see the world through softer eyes. You realize that nothing is against you, everything is part of your unfolding. You are aligned again with life's natural rhythm. Each sunrise is the universe beginning anew, and you rise with it. There is no need to drag the past into this light. The night has already carried away what was too heavy. Trust that it is done. The gift of morning is that it asks for nothing but presence. It does not want your guilt or your perfection, only your willingness to see beauty again. Look at how the light enters the room, touching everything equally, the humble and the grand, the new and the worn. This is how love sees you, without hierarchy, without condition. When you look at yourself through the same eyes, judgment dissolves. You begin the day not as a critic, but as a witness to grace. You may notice that your body feels lighter, your mind clearer. That is because rest is the most natural healer. The night's work continues into the day. The cells now hum with gratitude. The heart beats in cooperation with life's rhythm. Healing is never an event. It is a gentle unfolding that continues as long as you remain kind to yourself. As you move through your morning, let peace be your pace. There is no race to win. The one who hurries past beauty will always feel poor. The one who moves in awareness finds wealth in every breath. Let the sunlight on your skin, the water on your hands, the taste of your morning meal all be reminders of life's generosity. When you face the world after healing rest, something within you has changed. The day no longer feels like something to conquer. It feels like something to receive. People may sense it, the calm in your eyes, the gentleness in your tone. You have brought the night's peace with you into daylight. That peace becomes your quiet authority. As you walk, as you speak, as you listen, carry the rhythm of last night's stillness with you. When challenges arise, remember the ease you felt when you surrendered to rest. You do not need to leave that ease behind. You can bring it into every moment. Calm is not a place, it is a way of moving. Every healed morning creates a healed life. Decisions made from peace ripple outward, touching others with gentleness. A kind thought replaces conflict before it begins. A patient word diffuses anger. A smile to a stranger opens unseen doors. When you begin from inner harmony, everything you touch vibrates with the same tone. The world mirrors your inner state. When you rise healed, you meet life differently, and life responds in kind. Opportunities appear where tension once lived, relationships soften where distance had grown. Even difficulties lose their edge, becoming lessons rather than punishments. The outer world bows to your inner peace. Let your first thoughts each morning be gentle. Before your mind remembers its old stories, give it new ones. Say quietly, I am whole, I am supported, I am loved. These are not hopes, they are truths. The more you affirm them, the more naturally they shape your day. If fear tries to return, treat it as a small child tugging at your sleeve. Smile and say, I know you are trying to protect me, but we are safe now. Fear relaxes when it is acknowledged without obedience. Peace grows stronger every time you respond with love instead of resistance. Carry gratitude through the morning as a silent conversation with life. Thank the ground for holding you, the sky for covering you, the body for serving you, the breath for anchoring you. Gratitude expands awareness. It keeps your mind aligned with truth, that everything around you is working for your good. If the world feels heavy again, pause and remember last night's lesson. Healing begins when you allow it. You do not need to control your day to keep your peace. You only need to stay connected to it. One conscious breath is enough to bring you back. Let this day be guided by the same trust that healed you in sleep. You do not need to predict outcomes or manage every detail. The intelligence that renewed your body through the night continues its work now, guiding your steps, drawing you toward harmony. The morning, when met with love, becomes an altar. Each simple act, making the bed, pouring water, greeting the day, is prayer in motion. Do everything with intention and gentleness, and the divine reveals itself in the ordinary. Holiness hides in simplicity. If you find yourself rushing, stop. Remember that nothing truly good comes from hurry. The same patience that allows a flower to bloom allows your life to unfold. Rest taught you this, that what is meant for you will come when you are ready to receive, not when you demand it. The morning light is also a mirror. It shows you the face of one who has survived, forgiven, and begun anew. Look into that reflection and say, I am proud of you. So many nights you thought you would never find peace, and yet here you are, breathing, glowing, alive. This is proof of healing. Know that healing is not a single miracle, but a way of living. It happens each time. You choose softness over struggle, gratitude over resentment, surrender over control. It happens in how you speak to yourself, in how you breathe, in how you meet the world. Every gentle choice adds up to transformation. By ending each day in surrender, you awaken each day in grace. The two are inseparable, the letting go and the renewal. Together they form the rhythm of peace. Inhale trust, exhale effort. This is your truest medicine, your natural therapy, your daily prayer. So as the day begins to unfold, carry within you the wisdom the night imparted. You are healed when you allow life to love you. You are restored when you stop rushing toward the future and rest in the present moment. You are at peace when you remember that you are never separate from the power that created you. Even as the world becomes louder, your stillness remains untouched. Like a calm lake beneath a moving sky, your peace reflects all things without becoming them. This is the fruit of healing serenity that endures regardless of circumstance. Let your closing affirmation for this sacred cycle be simple and sure. I rest in love, I rise in peace, and life loves me back into wholeness. Say it with conviction, not as a hope, but as a remembrance. Each word carries the vibration of truth. Repeat it as the sun climbs higher. I rest in love, I rise in peace. Life loves me back into wholeness. Feel how the words settle deep in your body. The breath deepens, the shoulders release. You smile without trying. This is the new rhythm, the song of one who has remembered harmony. Carry this feeling through your day. Let your presence itself be a healing to others. Speak gently, move slowly, breathe deeply. Live as proof that peace is possible. You are not merely healed, you are now a bringer of healing. Your calmness becomes a lantern in a restless world. When the next night comes, you will know what to do. You will close your eyes not with anxiety, but with trust. You will rest again in the loving rhythm that sustains all things. And morning will greet you as it always does, faithful, forgiving, radiant. This is the cycle of love. Rest, renewal, rise. The body remembers it, the mind learns it. The soul rejoices in it. You are not separate from this rhythm. You are its expression. Life moves through you, restoring itself in your awareness. And so with gratitude, you step into your day. The world shimmers a little brighter because you remember your part in it. You are both student and teacher of peace, both receiver and giver of love. Every step you take spreads the quiet assurance that healing is real, and it begins within. As the day unfolds, keep this truth close. You do not have to earn peace. You have only to allow it. You do not have to prove your worth. You have only to remember it. Life loves you endlessly, faithfully, joyfully, and every morning it offers you the same promise. Begin again, beloved. Begin again in peace.